I was trending on Twitter. And it's so crazy.
Suck another dick again?
No,
What's going on here?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, the time I'm the most like removed from social media, because I don't post really on stories. I don't really post on Instagram. I'm barely tweeting. Is when I'm randomly. I have these random spurts of trending for fucking I don't know what.
What did you trend for?
So, the video of me
anti-racist
speaking up about racism. During the BLM movements, went like re-viral. It caught some traction, and I was getting canceled by white supremacists, I think, or people who or like follow that agenda for not being racist.
I said there's nothing more 2021 than a person of color, Candice Owens, calling out a white man for standing up for persons of color.
Oh, she's the one that came after you?
Yes.
Wait, is this the girl that did the Harry Styles dress thing? Is this the same girl?
I don't know, and I'll never talk about the topic ever again. Maybe so. But I was blown away.
Oh, I get that.
Blown away by and honestly, like, regardless of her sentiment or thoughts on whether racism truly still exists or whether white people have it easier than people of color.
What did she say? What did she say?
I'm trying to find the tweet.
So
right
he'll find the tweet, but it just
it,
it made me feel so disgusting, dude. Like such a clear play for clout that involved a subject that should never be brought into clout plays. Like, it was just it
was here. She tweeted, "Logan loves to challenge people in the boxing ring. I'd like to publicly challenge him to go a few rounds with me in a political debate. At Logan Paul, how about you stop by my show and explain to me how your checks notes more privileged than me because you're white and I'm not." And mind you, bro, this video is from like a year ago, and I'm not sure how it just caught any sort of traction, right? But I'm perplexed, to say the least. And I started to entertain this, actually. I ended up speaking with her, and there may be a future where we sit down and have a civil discourse, because I think there's some meat on this bone. I really do. She's obviously a expert when it comes to debate, and I'm obviously a fucking idiot for the most part. But I think part of my shtick is I'm able to educate myself, because as much as I joke about it, I do care about this, and I do have a semi-intelligent brain where I believe I'd be able to hold my own and what I just want to be a conversation.
It is of her belief that the these issues that many white people or many people claim people of color are up against do not exist. It's of her belief that we are at a point where we are equal in stature.
Oh, she believes that.
Yeah.
Which is,
and I'm sorry if that's not entirely correct, but that's the overall sentiment of her discussion, is that it is overstated that racism still exists in America and has such an adverse effect to people of color.
You know what's sad to me is how people stir up emotions like this. You get what I'm saying? Like, you were trying to do a good thing, and for somebody to sit in a Hawkeye's view and be like, all right, I'm going to spin some issues with this. To me, it's like, isn't she supposed to be waking up every single day and causing like the world to turn in a good way? But why do you pick up
for clout for clout and views, George?
I get that, but that's just like, how could you sleep at night?
All of this just trends up and blends and creates conversation under it. Like when you go to the replies, of just bullshit. That's all. And I've realized that this is representative of the majority of conversation that happens on the internet. Yeah. But like, if you scroll down to the replies, they're all about how Logan didn't write it. He's reading off of checks notes. You see the checks notes thing?
I think that was her shtick, which is annoying.
I was with him when he wrote it.
No, but like,
I was with you when you wrote it.
No, I already clarified this. It's my first response under the thing. Fuck, it's not. It's gone. No. No.
Did you respond?
I responded to my thing. I said, I wrote this on my laptop. I read it on my laptop. This is no different than your favorite news television show reading off a teleprompter. So
my question to you once again is, and it's the question that I found asking myself. Hold on a second. I just went into a hyper reality where I exist multiple times. I will be right back. The question I asked myself,
we'll be right back,
which is when do you ever respond? When do you ever respond to this shit? These fucking people, bro.
Because Candice Owens, whether you can admit it or not, is a smart person.
Sure. She definitely is a smart person.
And so I guess I'm just curious because, like, I just fucking fundamentally disagree with her. And I think there's a room for a conversation that could maybe lead to some people taking away something that could benefit progression.
I told you very specifically not to respond on Twitter. And I even almost did.
I shot her a DM instead.
It was good. But I just it's like is she smart? Yes, she's very smart.
Stupid smart.
That's the thing.
And articulate.
And so the question always comes down to, what are these very smart people utilizing their smarts for?
I know that's
Who is she working for?
That's the good
Who
question.
do you work for?
Who do you work for?
To me, and I'm not, and again, I'm not taking shots. This is just me looking at this situation. To me, it seems that you're more invested in trying to grow followers and clout than you are trying to change the world.
Absolutely.
In your way of bringing your people higher. If I had a Middle Eastern representing my people, and then I saw him doing some shit like this, I'd be like, my mans, we have so much shit to get going on.
That's her thing, and that's my issue with her whole shtick in general. Is I feel like she's unwiring progress.
That's the problem.
That's what I'm getting at.
Has
it's
been
like,
made.
yo, you just became an op.
Yeah.
You're not.
And you see how she kind of waited until...
And she did it on Twitter.
Yeah, but you see how she kind of waited. I'm not saying that she didn't. I don't know if she did, but how she kind of waited until this had blown over. Now, this is the problem with the push for equality and for people to have actual equal rights in this country, is that when the saturation of news stories and when the dire desperation around George Floyd and around all these things starts to die down, you see people start to push the goal line back. You see people start to say, maybe this isn't such a big problem. And all of a sudden, you start back right where you fucking started with George Floyd again. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because the urgency is reduced by this sort of conversation. That's why I almost am just like, why even fucking entertain it, bro? Why even go and have it? It's like, I thoroughly believe that the oceans are not filled with water. They're filled with milk. Therefore, global warming does not exist. Do you want to debate me on it? Do you want to?
Yeah, I would.
You actually want to?
I would.
Or do you want to just say, yo, fuckface, sit down.
Yeah.
Let the big boys work.